In this video we're going to look at two of the most common errors that people make when they have to jump a ball. They either cannot get over the ball or they can't keep the cue ball on a straight path. I have two great solutions for these problems, so stay tuned. Hi, it's the Terminator and welcome back to another episode of Terminator Tips. If you're new here, please make sure you click to like this video and please subscribe so you won't miss any future lessons. Let's dive into today's tip. So let's look at the first example why people are unable to get over the object ball. What I've seen over the years is that when people cannot get the elevation in the cue ball, it's because a lot of times they get overexcited and they want to see the result. So what happens is, instead of keeping a nice angle with their cue stick, their jump stick, this looks really good. The moment they're going to hit it, what actually happens is they're raising their head, they're raising their eyes, and therefore also their cue. You can see the angle changing once I hit the cue ball. So what happens is the ball will actually not hop. How do we fix this? Well, we have to look at the cue ball as much as possible and keep our head still so we can maintain that angle that we need to get over the ball. We start doing this, the cue starts shifting too much back to horizontal. We cannot use that. So try to only aim with your eyes. Check the four ball with your eyes as much as possible and not so much with your head. And then make sure you keep that angle and go through the ball as good as you can. So tip number 2 is also a major one. This is when people want to get over the ball so bad, they put too much elevation into their cue stick. What happens then is the ball starts jumping really well, but it lands too soon on the table and then it starts twirling. So what happens a lot is people don't hit the ball on the intended spot. They hit it either too thin, too thick. Something bad happens in the direction of the cue ball when it comes back on the table. How do we fix this? Well, we have to figure out how much elevation we actually need. This can also depend on the humidity, if a cloth is really new. So go and try this out in your pool rooms, maybe in tournaments, set up a few shots and see what you actually need. You'll be surprised with how far you can actually jump it before the cue ball lands on the table. That gives you a much better chance that it stays on the path that you need. Let me demonstrate. Here's one with a lot of elevation. The ball will land really soon. And it's just not getting on the path that I need. Instead, I can take off a little bit of that elevation. See, I'm not as much like this. I'm a little bit more flat, but you will see that the ball lands much further and I have a bigger chance of pocketing the ball. Which of these two jump mistakes do you struggle with the most? Let me know in the comments below. And I'm excited to read your post. So there you have it, guys. Two big solutions for your jumping problems and you can be well on your way now to develop yourself as a better jumper and start winning more racks. Don't forget to check out all the other content on this channel. There's a ton of information waiting here for you to make you a better player. And if you're interested in the mental side of our sport, please head over to Terminator College and check out all the great courses that are waiting there for you. Take care.